So guys, welcome back to my channel. One more video of organic English, and today we're going to talk about cities. When I was in Brazil, I lived my entire life in São Paulo. São Paulo is the biggest city in Brazil. I think São Paulo has 12 million people, almost 12 million, I'm not sure. But yes, it's a huge city, one of the biggest cities of the world, right? And then 9 months ago, I moved out to New Zealand, and in New Zealand, I was able to live in four different cities. And I lived in Auckland, Tauranga, Whangarei, and now I have been living in a city that is called Kerikeri. And Kerikeri is the opposite of São Paulo because Kerikeri is a small city. This city has 10,000 inhabitants, so it's really small, countryside, and I'm living in a farm, guys. So imagine I was able to have two completely different experiences because I lived my entire life in São Paulo and now I'm living in a farm. When I got here, I didn't know anything about farming, gardening, or take care of animals or the tools that I need to use. So I needed to learn from the scratch of all those things, and I'm not using my mother language, so it was other challenge because I didn't have the right vocabulary of all those things about farming, about gardening. I didn't have the vocabulary. So for me, it was a challenge because it was a new subject, and it was other challenge because it's not my mother language. So it was really hard in the beginning, and then after a few days, you get to use it of the vocabulary about your tasks. And this is something that I learned from here is that when you get out of your comfort zone, you will learn a lot, and I think I'm proud of my progress here because I have been learning so much and it's so good. And I realized that you learn more when you are in an uncomfortable place, uncomfortable situation. That is the place that you will learn more when you do something that you're not comfortable. That it was really good. But anyway, this is other topic that I can talk in other videos. But I want to talk about the pros and cons of living in a city or living in a small city. So I think the advantage of living in a big city is that you have more options. You have more options for restaurants, for bars, for pubs, nightclubs, anyway, everything. So if you like to have a nightlife, if you like to always go out to do something, I think city is really good. But in the other side, the problem is that sometimes it's too crowded, too many people, and the traffic is chaotic sometimes. In the countryside, you have less options, so it's not every weekend that you can go to a good event or a concert or festival. It's not every weekend, and everything here closes really early, 5 p.m., 6 p.m. the maximum. So after 6 p.m. you need to go home and just rest, I think. And the good thing about living in a small city is that the rent usually is cheaper, and if it's not cheaper, at least you will have a bigger house to stay. You will have more comfort in living in a big house. For example, you can have your own home office or workshop or studio or a gym. I don't know what you like, and this is really good. You can do your own projects, your hobbies, so you can have a garden, for example. So that's really good. But I can't imagine my life in a country city. For me is too boring, because I don't have many things to do on weekends. Sometimes we need to go to other city, and for me, I think the ideal would be something between São Paulo and Kerikeri, and maybe Auckland would be something close to the ideal city for me because Auckland is the biggest city here in New Zealand, but I don't think it's that big because Auckland has 1.5 million inhabitants, so it's a good size, I think, and you can enjoy like Auckland because it has a lot of restaurants, a lot of parks, a lot of beaches, a lot of events, concerts, rugby games, for example. So I think Auckland is close to the ideal for me, you know, not that big but not that small. We have something to do there, and Auckland is my favorite city so far in my life. So guys, that was the video. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you very much. See you next time.